Ladies and gentlemen, every year and every offseason, we constantly question certain players and coaches' commitments. In the past 5 seasons, only 11 All-Stars remained with the team they started their careers with, which is mind-boggling because these are the organization's cornerstones, franchise pieces. When fans enter the turnstiles, these are the jerseys they are wearing more often than not. But basketball is changing. The NBA is changing. Today, the noise from fans to validate a player's career is louder than ever. How many All-Star appearances do you have? How many times did you lead your team to the finals? Do you have a ring? How did you get the ring? These are the things fans and media are asking. If these boxes aren't checked, if these milestones aren't achieved, a whole player's career is now in question. Were they as valuable as the contract they signed? Were they actually a great player? And this season, media and fans have a new subject. Damian Lillard has expressed his commitment to the Portland Trailblazers despite the team being below 500 and no hope for postseason success for the near future. And as a result, his name is being tied to multiple stories that say he's demanding trades and wanting out, or the team should even act in their own interest and move the superstar against his wishes. But through all of these reports, Dame has responded emphatically saying that he's committed to being the solution in Portland, which is sparking a conversation for me that I believe many are overlooking. Dame doesn't want to leave, and in doing so, it seems that the future Hall of Famer may be sacrificing his best chance to win a ring, but in turn, accepting a legacy that others have grown to fear. So let's get into it, family. Y'all know what to do. Show love to the channel if you can by subscribing and leaving a like. And comment below because we love the conversation here. And welcome to In and Out. So here's been the formula for elite players for as long as I can remember. He gets drafted by typically a franchise looking to rebuild. Shows promise to be an elite talent early, we notice and say, wow, this guy is special. He could lead us to a championship. From there on, the clock starts. Usually it's that 4th or 5th season where we look at the guy and say, all right, show us what you're capable of. Are you capable of carrying a team? He's having regular season success, putting up consistent numbers, but that isn't enough. We need to see if you can do it in the playoffs. This player loses, oftentimes to a team that is much more talented or laced with veterans. And now we hear the rumblings. And with those rumblings come the comparisons. And they normally say he's only great if fill in the blank here, which forces the player into a precarious position because now they have a choice to make. Do I stay in this stagnant situation and continue to be great, but run into this proverbial ceiling that you all will chastise me for, or do I?
I'm going to take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
Miami Heat. That was the conclusion you woke up with this morning.
That was the conclusion I woke up with this morning.
Before I go any further, this is not to take shots at LeBron James or Kevin Durant or any other player that has taken his career into their own hands. This is more so an attack on how we've chosen to value greatness. Does winning matter? Of course. Does individual success matter? Of course. But what many Hoop fans have done is move the goalposts and then get upset when players challenge the foundation of that faulty system. If the player like KD or LeBron leaves for better situations because all you ever told them was that the only thing that matters is a ring, then don't be upset when they go somewhere to better help their chances of getting one. But Dame is challenging that very system just differently. Dame has made his own decision, and with that decision, he is forcing everyone to value his greatness with a different metric. He knows as a talent that his name belongs in all the conversations when you mention elite players of this generation. And according to NBA's 75 greatest players list, he deserves to be mentioned in the all-time conversations as well. While I understand the controversy behind the list, his resume is still valid. 10 years into this league, he's been named to 6 All-NBA teams, either first or second, close second in almost every all-time statistical category in the Trailblazers franchise, and has been the face of the franchise that would be lost without him. And he's performed on the biggest stages in the playoffs and continued to prove his place in the league. While super teams and championship contenders continue to take shape around him, Dame laced him up and gave him everything he had. Has he fallen short? Yes. Some moments I can't even honestly defend, but he's also stood victorious. Granted, not in the finals, but we've all walked away from a game after watching and realized this is a real legend to the game and the culture of hoops. Okay, Greg, so after all of that, what are you saying? when Damian Lillard's career is over, he will go down as the greatest Portland Trailblazer of all time. Which I know some people are going to have a problem with because there are other greats who have gone farther and may have won more in their careers. But the impact and presence that Dame has had on the league and Portland is greater than any other player who put on a Trailblazer uniform, in my opinion. For a decade, Dame has been the consistent foundation for an organization that has failed to provide him with the best help that he needs to reach the success that everyone on TV keeps pressing him about. The help that other greats go and create for themselves. Mind you, in an era where 11 of the 75 greatest players ever are playing in, and the majority of them have teamed up. Which only proves how fickle the media is when it comes to the concept of ring chasing and super teams. We chastise one guy and then tell the other guy it's okay. So it's no longer free Dame. He is free in his decision, and that's what matters most. His peace with himself as a player should be enough for us, not because we aren't allowed to critique him, but because he is a legend in an era of many legends. Much like Allen Iverson, Charles Barkley, Tracy McGrady, and more, he's an all-time great and deserves that praise. There was just somebody greater. Greater organizations and greater players.
Lillard, long range three, and it's good! At the buzzer! Damian Lillard! Are you kidding me? A dagger! Oh my goodness. Look at that shot.
Alright y'all, that's it for this one. If you stay with me this long, thank you. I appreciate it. And please continue to show love and support to the channel. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Also like the video and leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. I would love to know how y'all feel about Dame's decision to want to stay in Portland and how all this is going to shake out. And do you think this will take a hit on his career if he never gets that ring that many are pretty much pressing him for? And as always, eat, sleep, breathe the game. We love you. Be safe. And I'm out.